Welcome to SCW Route 66, being held in front of 100 people in the stateroom. The show opens up with Mike and Cohen talking about SCW and hyping its upward trajectory. Mike says that while we're on the road to Route 66, upwards and onward. Mike says that while we're on the Route 66, upwards and onwards, we are heading in a new direction after Gabe Kidd being revealed at Midday Matinee as the man who attacked Eddie Kingston. Cohen talks with Matt Tremont winning the Rocky Mountain Horror Cup and how tonight Matt Tremont goes one-on-one with Joseph Samuel in a death match. Mike then ends the segment with the announcement that in tonight's main event is going to be SCW champion Eddie Kingston along with ex-champion Ortiz taking on Vandal 48 in a handicap match. So big show here tonight. Mike and Cohen, amazing chemistry as the father-son duo continues their road down the way of excellence. 57 overall. All right. And in the opening match, Zilla for 2 defeats Ace Dawson and AJ Gray when Zilla for 2 pins AJ Gray. He was the weak link. That was AJ Gray. Still going to keep up. But a 68 segment rating. I believe this was our best match rating of all time. We can go and check that at the end of it. And I'll let you guys know. 59 and 33, 63, 48, and 65 for Ace, AJ, and Zilla down the line. Commentary got the crowd hot. And the show wrestling was fantastic. A 68 to open the show. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Next up, in a wild brawl that had great wrestling and good heat, Sam Stackhouse loses to Alex Colon in 10:43 via pinfall. 54 overall, 51 and 48 for Colon and Stackhouse. Commentary was great. Oh, there's my alarm. All right, next up, Eddie Kingston is shown backstage talking to Ortiz. The two are focused on Vandal 48, but Kingston is focused on finding Gabe Kidd as well. Ortiz tells Kingston that he will help Eddie, but first they have to take care of Vandal 48, who means business. Eddie knows, nods, and the scene ends. So at 57 here, Kingston and Ortiz take it on Vandal 48 in the main event. All right, next up, Lindsay Snow defeats Steph DeLander via pinfall. Lindsay Snow with the victory here. Steph DeLander getting kind of the heat after she was caught cheating. That's right, she was caught cheating on Mance Warner with, I forget who, but, you know, they then got divorced. So 40, 22, and 45, Steph DeLander being punished here for cheating on Mance Warner. Not really, but she's definitely taking the loss here against Lindsay Snow. 37 and 43, we continue to build Snow as a worker who was available to us, and we've built up, much as La Hija de Guadabella. All right. Speaking of Guadabella, a hype video featuring our SCW Women's Champion La Hija de Guadabella. She takes on Priscilla Kelly at the next event for the championship. So 45 overall here. All right, next up in an exceptional match. One called Manders, Axel Tesher, and Rob Van Dam defeats Rance Warner, Tom Lawler, and Wolfgang when men called Manders pins Wolfgang with the Dr. Bomb. 47, 50, 60, 51, 62, 68 for RVD, Axel, one called Manders, Wolfgang Lawler, and Mance Warner down the line. Commentary has boosted the match in a 65, so we are off and running tonight. All right, next, a video airs featuring Gold Rush Day 1 and 2. So we're going to have a 2-day event coming up in the next month or so called Gold Rush Day 1 and 2, which will be where all the championships are defended. All right, next up, Matt Tremont defeats Joseph Samuel in a death match with the Uranagi. 57 and 45 for Tremont, and Samuel in the commentary boosted the match. 57 overall. Great match. And in the main event, and about that as superb wrestling, great heat, Vandal 48 of Atticus Cogar, Otis Cogar, and Christian Abiar defeat Kingston and Ortiz in a handicap match when Cogar pins Eddie Kingston with a headlock driver following interference from Gabe Kidd. It was designed to tell a specific story. So now we have Atticus Cogar with a visible victory over our world champion, Gabe Kidd's help. Cogar was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else. 64, 60, 53, 33, and 50 down the line. As the match ends, Gabe Kidd smirks over the fallen Eddie Kingston. Atticus is smirking, and Otis and Christian Abiar are getting up and rallying around Atticus. Ortiz has got to the fallen Kingston now, but Kidd doesn't simply run over Kingston, and that's how we will end the show tonight. Has to be at least a 61. 58, my goodness. I thought this was going to be our best show of all time. Alas, it was not. Well, regardless, this was SCW episode, I'm not sure, but it was episode Route 66 from the State Island in front of 100. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a glorious next rest of your day. The next show, I believe, is March Madness. I could be wrong, but either way, have a great rest of your evening. This is Mike signing off. Have a glorious rest of your day.